legendary Nevisoul. It combines together elements of body tracing as well as hybrids to create something new, unique, and stunning. Well, kind of new. This one's been around, I think, for like a decade and a half, but I was informed recently that I've never done a detailed tutorial on it, so I'm going to fix that today. Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And in this video, I am tackling the theory and practice behind performing the Nevisoul body tracing hybrid. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecha, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Paraterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Pekka Pekkonen. Thank you so very much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. So in the course of this tutorial, I'm going to take you through the basic theory of how this trick works, the mechanics of how to perform it, and also some tips on how you can dance it up if that's your thing. There are two poi tricks that if you have them under your belt, it's going to make your life a lot easier in getting this trick down. The first of them, of course, is the crosser. That is this kind of reel-based poi move wherein we have our arms crossed and we're spinning the poi in split time, same direction. In addition, it'll also be helpful to have down your windmills. I will go ahead and include links to tutorials for both tricks down in the description as well as up in the cards. Oh yeah, so obvious question. Why is it that we call this the Nevisoul? Well, the short answer is that there were a lot of people playing around with these hybrids back in the day, but the one who made this hybrid look really good and popularized it and got a lot of other people wanting to learn how to do it was a Swedish poi spinner by the name of Thomas Johansson, who went by the nickname Nevisoul. So there you go. All right, so to understand the Nevisoul, we're going to need three specific pieces here. We're going to need to understand how the timing and direction works. We're going to need to understand the two poi patterns that it's made up of, and we're going to need to understand the mechanics of how all those pieces fit together. So first up, as we're taking a look at the actual move here, I want you to note something kind of interesting about how the poi are moving and how my hands are moving. If I freeze the poi at any point, they're spinning in split time, same direction. Whereas if I take the poi out of it, all of a sudden you'll notice that my arms are moving around in a reverse butterfly. That is, my hands are moving around in together opposite. If you are unfamiliar with timing and direction, I will go ahead and include a link to a breakdown of what that is down in the description as well as up in the cards. But suffice it to say, we are combining together these two very different timing and direction modes in order to make this trick work. And it is important that you know how to keep timing and direction consistent with each of these pieces as we go through them. The next piece of the puzzle is to understand which poi patterns are being put together in this hybrid. Say that 10 times fast. So if we single out just what my right hand is doing here, you're going to see that it does a little pedal behind my left shoulder and then another little pedal off on my far right side, like so. This means that my right hand is performing a two-pedal in-spin flower, and specifically an in-spin flower where the pedals are on the horizontals instead of the verticals. I just happen to be tucking one of those pedals behind my shoulder as I take my right hand around going clockwise. And by the same token, if we take the right hand out of the equation, now we can see that my left hand is performing a four-pedal anti-spin flower. And specifically, it is performing a box mode version of a four-pedal anti-spin flower. This is the version where instead of the pedals being top, side, down, side, they're instead on the diagonals here. And interestingly enough, between two of those pedals, I'm sliding the poi back behind my head, almost like it's performing a little pendulum for a second here. So if you're paying attention, that means that both the right hand and the left hand send the poi behind my body at different points in the course of this pattern. So just to start with, you can actually practice each of these pieces by themselves. You can perform that two-pedal in-spin flower with your right hand by reaching under your left armpit to do the first pedal, and then over to your right to do the second pedal. Whereas with your left hand, you can work on doing that 4-pedal anti-spin flower and taking that region between the 2 top pedals and sliding it back behind your head, like so. Now, one thing that is really important to keep in mind here is that both of the poi, in the way that I'm teaching this trick, are going to be spinning around clockwise. So keep that in mind as you're drilling both of these tricks. It'll save you a lot of headaches later on. All right, so with all that said, let's take a look through each of the different pieces of this move so we can get a handle on what we're trying to get to. The move starts with our arms splayed out to either side, spinning the poi split time same direction. And it begins when we bring our hands both down towards our hips and then cross them. As we perform this cross, our right hand is reaching under our left hand, and it's performing that little pedal back behind our left armpit. As the right hand poi completes that pedal, it then switches around back in front of us, and we bring our left hand up to glide the left hand poi behind our head. We slide the left hand poi back behind our head and shoulders as it reaches out to the left, and as it completes the top left pedal of the anti-spin flower, we swing it back around in front of us. From here, our arms return to the position that we started in, splayed out to the sides, and spinning the poi in split time same direction. Alright, now let's do a walkthrough on how we perform this trick. It's going to start by just working with our hands, and specifically, I'm going to bring both of my arms down and around from the outsides to cross here in front of me at shoulder level. Now please note, I have my left hand on top of my right hand. This means that when I flip my arms up, the left hand goes from being on top to being behind my head. This is how it gets into that position. From here, I then splay both of my arms straight out to the sides and I return to the position that I started in. So I draw them down and around, I cross them at shoulder level with my left hand high, and as they continue to push up, that pushes my left arm behind my head, and then they can go back out to the sides. Here's that from the side. I start out to the sides, I bring my arms down and around, I cross them at shoulder level with my left hand on top, and I push the left hand up behind my head as my arms continue outward. I go down, cross, up, and out, down, cross, up, and out. Again from the front, down, cross, up, and out, down, cross, up, and out. All right, so let's get the poi involved. We're going to start with our arms splayed out to the sides here, spinning the poi split time same direction. And as we come down and around, oh goodness, the poi are going to tangle, right? Not so fast. Instead, as we go down and around, the first thing you're going to want to do is reach that right hand poi around back behind you. If you want to, you can turn a little bit to your stage left to really get this in place. And in the process, you'll wind up in a position that we well know from doing crossers. We're not going to do a full crosser here though. We're only doing like a section of what we would recognize as a crosser. From here, we then push that left hand up, just like we practiced in the hand section, and that sticks our left hand poi behind our head like so. Now, this is a position that is familiar from doing windmills, but for the fact that we're not switching which hand is going behind our head. It's always going to be the left one behind our head as we're doing this here. So, from here, we bring our arms out, and remember that the left hand poi is going to switch back in front of you after going through that top left pedal of the box mode 4-pedal anti-spin flower. So altogether then, I'm bringing my right hand under and behind, my left hand over and behind, and then bringing both out front out to the sides. So right under, left behind, out to the sides. You can do 3 beats in each spot if you like. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. If you want to track where each poi is going in front of and behind you, I can do this from the side for you. So we have both in front, right behind, left behind, both in front. Right behind, left behind, both in front. And again, you can practice doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you can work your way down to doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, before trying to just go 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, in which case, That's the hybrid right there. I find it's really helpful to think through the rhythm of it like this. Right behind, left behind, out. Right behind, left behind, out. Right behind, left behind, out as I'm performing the hybrid. Your mileage may vary, but just keeping this rhythm in mind as I'm doing it, I tend to find really helps me get through it. All right, so you've got a working knowledge of how to do this hybrid. Now, what are some things that you can do with it? What are some ways that you can dance it up? And what are some transitions that you can do with it? So I have two dance moves that I really, really love doing with this hybrid. The first one has more of a classical or modern dance kind of flavor to it, and the other one has more of a hip-hop flavor to it. Here's both of them. First and foremost, as my arms are going up, that kind of makes me want to bring my leg up as well. And when I bring my arms out, that makes me want to bring my leg out as well. So really what's going on with the leg here is that I'm pulling it up in passe and then kicking it out in a batma as my arms are going out to the sides at the end of the move. So I draw my knee and arms up and out. Draw my knee and arms up and out, like so. The other dance move I really enjoy doing with the Nevisoul is a crisscross from hip hop. Basically, it looks like this. You start with your feet a shoulder's width apart, and you do a little hop and you cross your legs. In this case, I crossed my right foot over my left foot. In order to unwind from this, I'm going to pivot around on the balls of my feet around to my left, and as I face upstage, I have uncrossed my legs. Now I'm going to recross them by continuing to pivot on the balls of my feet all the way around to the left, and then I can step out to reset. So how does this work with the Nevisoul? I'm so glad you asked. As I'm crossing my arms and bringing them up, boom, that's when I do the little leap to cross my legs, and as I uncross and recross them, I do a simple extension in split time same direction, and then I do a spiral wrap to finish things off when I step out of it. So, all together then, we go up, out, around, and finish. Ta-da! And of course, as you might have guessed, since the Nevisoul contains parts that feel very much like crossers and windmills, there are easy transitions there to get into both moves if you so choose. Those aren't the only options though. I personally find that the Nevisoul is a great place to get into archer weave fountains coming off of the bottom and then going right back into them. And of course, there's a whole host of split time same direction moves that you can get to from that position out in the sides, where you have your arms spread out and the poi spinning in split time same direction. This is an easy transition point. And if you're looking for something just a little bit spicier, here's a really fun anti-brid transition. As you're coming up through the middle there, you may notice that you're in a position where the two poi are overlapped by a poi's length. When you get into this spot, you can actually drop both of the poi down and switch the orientation of your hands to get into something like cat-eye versus isolation, or you could try and get a little bit more ambitious and switch it into an actual isolation. To see that in motion, here's what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so I hope this helped. Get down those Nevisoul hybrids out there and go out and do cool things with them. I can't wait to see it. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help other people find this video and to help my channel grow. This video would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I want to give a shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. Thank you so much. You all rock. And if you yourself are interested in getting your name in the credits or access to any other of a host of awesome rewards that I have available, you can go sign up for my Patreon over at patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. I'll include a link down in the description as well as up in the cards. Please help me out in my mission of bringing poi spinning and flow arts to the whole wide world. Thank you in advance. And if you'd like to learn more about poi hybrids and all of their various types and sundry details, I did a massive video on this topic several years ago that I'll go ahead and link to down in the description as well as up on screen. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care now. Peace.